Welcome back to the Mr. Manhood podcast. In this episode, we'll be talking about how the universe will make room for your passion. I was I was flying yesterday. I flew to LA for a meeting and then I was flying back, so I ended up taking an Uber from the airport from LAX and then back to LAX when I was getting ready to fly back home. And on my ride back home after my meeting, I had a pretty young driver. He's probably like early 20s, maybe late teens. And I was in a business suit, and so he's and I'm young myself, and he's asking me, well, what do I do for a living? How do I do it? What kind of money do I make? Blah blah. And so then we finally got around to, okay, well, this guy says he works in IT, so he asked me, well, I know IT is the future. I've been hearing about it all this time. Do you think I should start taking up some programming courses and some coding courses? And I told him outright, I said, I think you should focus on whatever it is you love to do. Don't focus on what makes money. Focus more on what makes you happy. What's your passion? And how you figure that out is typically whatever makes you weird or different, that's your passion. Whenever you're talking to someone and you get to a certain topic and all the things you want to say, there is no end to them, that's your passion. That's what you should be focusing on. So I gave him that advice, and it just so happened we were at the end of the drive when I gave him my, when I concluded my, advice to him. But basically, what I was saying was, don't get into coding, don't get into programming if you don't like it like that. Don't do it for the money. Don't try to be a doctor. Don't try to go through all these years of schooling to be a doctor if you don't care about people. If technology and computers and coding is cool, but you can live without it, well then that's not what you should be doing. You shouldn't spend all your time doing that if you don't care that much about it. Recently, I was watching on Netflix this documentaries, I guess slash movie about this guy that was a behind the scenes guy named Clarence Avon called The Black Godfather on Netflix. And it was a wide array of many different people in the arts, actors, singers, politicians, and they all had something great to say about Clarence Avon. But no one really knows what his job title was. He didn't really have one. He was just a person that stepped in to help out people that he saw that had a good purpose, and he just wanted to make a difference. And that was his passion. And the reason why I titled this, The Universe Will Make Room for Your Passion, is toward the end of the documentary, they were talking about he didn't, for all the people that he helped, and he's helped countless amounts of big names, he never did it for money. He never asked someone to pay him for his services. He wasn't a contractor, and he would be the one willing to step in and take the bullet for artists that were just simply, or for people that were just weren't looking for that kind of attention, or that they could be potentially fired or even blackballed from their companies for stepping into their office for doing those kind of things. But he wasn't owned by anyone. He was just a guy who, hey, I have good connections already. I'm going to use my connections to make your situation better if I can. And so, because of all of that and the people that he was helping, great things came his way. He signed with another. He had a partner in one of his businesses, and that partner ended up buying him a home in Beverly Hills. And it's what it ultimately came down to was that the money is a byproduct of your passion, not the other way around. It's not your you shouldn't be trying to make money on something that you think that you'd like to do but have no experience in, or you just heard that it makes a lot of money. You should be focusing on, this is what I love to do, and then that will bring money to you. Look at all the people, all the huge names of people that are, well, forever be um, uh, I guess, remembered throughout history, who amassed millions or even billions of dollars. For example, Warren Buffett, as a matter of fact, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and even down to Gary Vaynerchuk. He's not necessarily a billionaire, but you can tell in what and the advice that he gives people that he really enjoys what he does. I've also learned that in small business, when small businesses are doing business to business dealings, it's more about the relationship, and people are typically prone to do business with another business owner who they feel are you're dedicated to your passion, whatever it is that you like, whatever service or product that you're selling to someone. If that product is backed by this guy, and I can tell that this person really likes what they're doing, not for the money, well then I'll pay for that passion, right? Because then I'll be able to understand that, okay, I don't have to worry about if this is done the right way, um, or if this is just done for just the money, because no one likes no one likes making a bad purchase, or making a purchase and walking off feeling dirty, right? No one likes that. And a small business, that could be detrimental to your business if you don't like what you're doing. Well, then that would definitely come off on the other end, from the person that's purchasing your services or your products. So, whatever your passion is, whatever makes you weird, whatever makes people look at you sideways, is that's your passion. And you don't have to ever worry about finding your way in this world. If you work in that, within the universe, the world that we live in will make room for it. I really hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you do listen to the next. Thank you.